Here's something that blew my mind. Studies show we're now more distracted than goldfish, with our attention spans dropping from 12 seconds to just 8 seconds in the past decade.
That's actually terrifying when you think about how much we need to focus on in our daily lives.
Well, what's fascinating is how this attention crisis is reshaping everything from our productivity to our mental health. I recently came across research showing that the average person checks their phone about 150 times per day.
That really puts things into perspective. I'm guessing most of us don't even realize how often we're getting pulled away from the present moment.
And here's where it gets really interesting. There's this concept called sacred time that's been gaining traction among high performers. It's basically creating an untouchable period of 1-2 hours where you completely disconnect from all distractions.
So how does someone even begin to implement something like that in today's constantly connected world?
Well, it's like training for a marathon. You start small. The key is turning off all notifications, not just silencing them. Military personnel actually use a similar technique called box breathing. 5 seconds in, hold for 5, out for 5 to maintain focus even in combat situations.
Oh wow. The fact that something so simple could work in such intense situations really makes you think.
Exactly. And here's what's really mind-blowing. Studies show that what we call multitasking actually reduces our productive time by up to 40%. It's like trying to be Batman when we should be more like a sniper focused on one precise target.
That reminds me of how elite athletes approach their training. They're not trying to master everything at once.
Right. And this brings us to something crucial, the power of having clear priorities. Think of it like sailing a ship. You need to know your destination before you can effectively navigate through any storms.
That makes so much sense. But how do you maintain that clarity when everything feels urgent?
Well, here's a technique that's been proven effective. Ask yourself 3 fundamental questions. What do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? And what legacy do you want to leave? When you have clarity on these, those constant notifications start feeling more like background noise.
That's such a powerful way to reframe our relationship with distractions.
And here's something really interesting. Neuroscience shows that every time we successfully resist a distraction, we're actually strengthening our brain's focus circuits. It's like doing reps in a mental gym.
That completely changes how we might view interruptions. They're not just annoyances anymore.
Exactly. And research from the Harvard Business Review shows that people who treat distractions as training opportunities show a 23% improvement in focus over just 2 weeks.
These insights are really changing how I think about my own attention span.
And here's what I find most encouraging. Every time you successfully implement one of these strategies, you're not just solving an immediate focus problem. You're literally rewiring your brain's response patterns.
So it's really about building a new relationship with our attention, isn't it?
Precisely. And in this increasingly chaotic world, maybe that's exactly what we need, not perfect focus, but better tools to navigate the chaos while staying true to what matters most to us.
That's such a hopeful way to look at what often feels like an overwhelming challenge.
Well, as we wrap up, remember this: the world isn't going to get any calmer, but we can definitely get stronger. It's about building that internal fortress, one focused moment at a time.